Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. It's early October 2025 and we're going to try and do a new style of carrier group versus carrier group battle using sea power. So for years now we've been doing this type of battle but on DCS, and we've done 1960s, 70s all the way up to late 2020s, but we've run out of new assets, nothing's come out recently, and so I can't do much more on DCS. Instead I've been looking to sea power. Sea Power came out nearly a year ago, and I've tried to replicate those DCS carrier group versus carrier group battles on Sea Power, but thus far I failed. It's just not a suitable sim for it. Sea Power is very much a single player role-playing sim where you take control of one side and you run it against AI. It's not suited for kind of player versus player, even if it's the same player on both sides like we have on DCS. But I've not given up. Every time over the last year I've had 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, I've tried to work on a solution for Sea Power where we can have a full carrier group versus a full carrier group where I can control both sides. It's perfectly fair on both sides, like in DCS, and have that proper battle. And I think we finally got there. I now have a system where I can play both sides, play them equally, and have that old school DCS battle that we wanted. As well as that, we've got loads of modern assets in Sea Power to use, a lot of them high fidelity like we're going to see today. So today, viewers, we're going to do our first proper player versus player or me versus me battle in Sea Power. I'd appreciate it if you watched it and let me know your thoughts. It's going to have to work a little bit different to what we're used to, but that may work out for the best. So today I've decided just to start nominally with the French 2020's group versus a Chinese 2020's group. Let's say early 2020s for sake of argument. In terms of geography, each group is starting 250 nautical miles away from each other. That's 300 land miles. That seems to be best for a modern group. Great thing about Sea Power is we get the whole world, so we can go as distant as we want. So let's look at the French. First, a beautifully highly modelled Charles de Gaulle carrier, and we've got loads of new high detailed models coming out in Sea Power, so it's a great time to be doing this with Rafale and whatever group aboard. As well as that, she'll be defended by 3 escorts. I've allowed for this battle 3 escorts per carrier group. I've just chosen that because it seems about right for the size of battle that we're doing. I've got 3 Horizon destroyer/frigates. Yes, I'm aware that France only has 2, but I wanted to use these Horizons because they are high fidelity, and I want to try and stick to high fidelity where I can. So we can just say they've borrowed one from Italy or whatnot, or one is representing another Frem or whatever from the French arsenal. In terms of air wing, she has 36 Rafale M, late model Rafales, and we'll go through more details on that. Over to China, 250 nautical miles away, again controlled by me. We have the Type 003 Fujian carrier, the latest super type carrier. On board will be an air wing of, coincidentally, 36 J-15s. In terms of our escort, this may be a bit controversial, but we have to do it for gameplay purposes. I've allowed 3, obviously, again, destroyers, but they're the 052C. Chinese guys out there are going to say, hey, what about the 055? The problem with the 055 is she has a YJ-20 ballistic missiles modelled now, which I can tell you now will fire, and they will wipe out the French carrier within about 3 minutes. So you would see a 3-minute video. Well, that's great, but I can't really make a video from it, so I've had to ban the 055 for now. But just so you know, it would win with the 055. One problem we have with DCS and in Sea Power is that the ballistic missiles are always pinpoint accurate, which is very likely untrue to real life, so it's just a balance problem we've got. We better go over some weapons very quickly. The 052C, you probably know all this, has HHQ-9B, 150 miles range or whatever it is, active radar-guided SAM, 48 of them. It also has YJ-62 anti-ship missiles, a bunch of anti-submarine stuff, and a bunch of guns. The carrier itself has HQ-10 short-range missiles. Wow, 170 of them. What a defensive beast. And it has lots of 30mm Gatling guns, all the usual, or Seawiz type guns, the usual carrier stuff. Charles de Gaulle, she has, if I can find her, Aston 15, medium-range radar-guided missiles, and Mistral close-range missiles similar to the American Sea Ram. Also, multiple Seawiz and Horizons, medium-range Aston 15s, long-range Aston 30s. It has Exocet Block 3, but it won't have the range for today. None of the anti-ship missiles are going to have big enough range for today from the ships. We're at 250 miles. ASW stuff, and we have various guns. So we're going to get straight to it. The first thing I need to do in the new method of doing things, viewers, is I need to get all aircraft airborne, or at least all of their orders started. So let me show you what I mean. Let's start with the French first. I'll do it paused so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go to the air wing. I have to set rules in place, otherwise nothing will work, because I'm doing both sides, and I'm doing both sides equally, okay? So I've decided 50% of air wings on both sides are going to be air-to-air, and the other 50 is going to be air-to-ground, or anti-ship. That will give me a framework to work in. So 36 Rafales, half of them is going to be 18. I can't choose 18, so I'm going to have to do 12 air-to-air. That's probably not the right one. No Mika, that one there. Air-to-air intercept gives us 4 Meteor and 4 Mika/Mica. Alright, so 12 of those, launch. I also want 6 more to make the 18, so 6 more. Air-to-air intercept, launch. Now 18 interceptors going out. 18 left, that's going to be... can I choose them all? I cannot, I'll have to do 6 and 12. So these will be anti-ship. Let's see what anti-ship we've got. We've got just one anti-ship, and it has Exocet. AM39. Boof. Let's get that done. 6 and launch. I have to be very careful when doing this. If I misclick, that's it, I'm screwed. And you've got another 12 here. It's done in squadrons, which is why I'm having to do a bit of weird. Anti-ship. Launch. Okay, what I've got there is 18 Rafales air-to-air with Meteors, 18% anti-ship with Exocets. Now we're going to do the Chinese. So let's see your air wing, ma'am. 36 J-15s, are they going to be in awkward sizes? Yes, of course they are. 17 and 19. Why not? We need 18 air-to-air and 18 anti-ship. So J-15, what do we got? Air-to-air, no. Air-to-air, maybe. Yes, it's that one. Air-to-air intercept again. It has 4 PL-15s. That's what we want if we want to stand a chance. Boom, done. Air-to-air intercept. Times 17, launch, plus I need a singleton from that squadron. What was it? Air-to-air intercept, singleton, launch, leaving 18, and we should have all 18 now as anti-ship, if we can see it. Can you see it anywhere? There it is. Oh, 2 anti-ships. We've got anti-ship 1, right, and anti-ship 2. Anti-ship 2 has twice as many missiles, so I guess it's going to be anti-ship 2. I apologise if I make any mistakes here, viewers, but I'm doing this more or less the first time. I set up the framework, and then I just get to play it, okay? So anti-ship heavy, that's 4 anti-ship missiles per guy. I want 18. Go. That's it, viewers. At this point, I'm paused. I'm pretty sure I've not made any errors. We get to watch the planes come out. What we're going to do now is get these aircraft airborne, and I'm going to organise them into flights. The way Sea Power works is they need to be organised, and the way this new method works is they're going to be set in position. So I'm going to have 18 flankers set kind of along a broad front along here, and I'm going to have 18, not Meteors, Rafales set in roughly a broad line along here. I'm going to get the anti-shippers out. I'm going to get them all set up in groups, and I can rename the groups. I can do everything like that. And I'm going to have the anti-shippers go behind the carrier groups. Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to get the anti-shippers out now, viewers? Well, it's because if I don't, then the AI will take control of them and do whatever it wants. It'll ruin the game. It will send them off to Guam or somewhere. So I've got to get all of these planes out. I've got to go get them where I want them, all up and organised, and then we start the fighting. So again, it works a little bit different in DCS, but there's no real problem here. It should all work fine, and actually may even work better, and in some ways more realistic. Because if you remember in DCS, the planes just go in piecemeal, one at a time, fly to their death. When here, we're doing what a real commander would do, which is to get a whole squadron airborne, you know, if you had a kind of all or nothing battle like this, and try and use your whole squadron. So that's my take on it anyway. So now we've got the extremely boring process of me getting 36 times 2, 78 or whatever that is, aircraft airborne in proper flights, name the flights and stuff like that, which is going to be terribly boring for you viewers, and I'll probably cut most of it out, but let's get it done for now. So flight 1 of Rafales, go over there. Standard procedure will be get 37,000 feet, get it to cruise speed, and that's it. We'll rename them when they're all up. Let this flight go up. Let's check the Chinese. The Chinese are going to be a bit more difficult to control because of how they work, so I need to get the leader of their group there, roughly symmetrical to this guy over there. Over there will do. 37,000 feet, cruise speed. Alright. Back down here. All of them taken off. 3 electromagnetic catapults, I believe, aboard 033 Fujian. Presumably steam catapults aboard a French ship. Has anyone noticed how much Chinese HQ-10 looks like CRAM? Has anyone noticed that? Even the missile looks identical to CRAM. Is it just CRAM, viewers, with a Chinese designation? I sense probably yes. In terms of fairness, everything's set identical. AI skill level is set the same throughout, which only affects the ships anyway. and formations, everything's identical, so I don't want to put any bias on either side. I can't think of anything else I need to say at this point, viewers. I'm just going to do lots of clicking for the next, what feels like 5 hours, getting everything to position. So I'll probably cut the video and see you back. What's the time now? 0900 Zulu. Camera back on, viewers. Welcome back. It's 100 hours. I've done a lot of fast forwarding just to get everything in position. Everything is positioned now. If I just pause it, I've got my rafales in position. I've got my flankers pretty much in position, more or less equal, you know, to what I care about. I've got my 18 anti-shippers, blue, 100 miles behind the lines, red, 100 miles behind the line. I'm ready to actually press go. To do that, what I do is I go in here, I turn the red radars on. That's going to sort of do the activation, if that makes sense. Air search radar, I only need to do one, make sure it works. It does. And what I should see now is reds actually start fighting, which they've not, because it hasn't worked. So yay. Alright, just give it a second. No, there it is. Beautiful. Right, okay, it's working. Now what I do is I set blues. It's going to be a bit noisy today, so I'll try and shout above it. Stretch this back out. Set in, go. In, go. In, go. I now set them to free fire on my side. There should be free fire on red side as standard. Not going to touch the anti-shippers for the moment. Done. That's it. I'm just going to pause it for a second. There's an important bit of roleplay I forgot to talk about of the new method, viewers, which is that there is now more of a dynamic of why you want the air battle to win. So these 18 of these are going to fight 18 of these, right? Let's say the Chinese win and there's 10 left over. Those 10 left over then get to defend from the other side's anti-shippers. That's the benefit of winning the air-to-air battle. It's the kind of dynamic I've been trying to do. Right, let's get going. So let's have a look at weapons. We have Mica on each side, range, of the Rafales, on each Rafale, range just under 40 miles, radar and IR variant. Meteors, their long-range weapon with a range of 108 nautical miles, active radar homing over to the Chinese. Close range PL-10, medium range PL-12, PL-15 is going to be their killer today, which is a range of 108 miles, exactly the same. Wow. So, in terms of maximum range, equidistant, let's check everyone out. It appears to be saving fuel for whatever reason. I'd just like to do some checks and make sure everything looks about right. Everything seems to be working. 160 nautical miles currently. I can probably speed it up now for a bit. Speeding it up. 100 miles. First missile's out. Meteor. Looks like a meteor. It's going to 40,000 feet, maybe 50,000 feet. Meteors are fired first, interestingly. I reiterate, all skill levels are set the same, so there's no advantage here. More meteors going out, I believe. Still no PL-15s out. We are currently 1000 hours, 9 minutes. Okay, PL-15's following suit now. Let's see, the meteors went to 45,000 feet. PL-15s are going to a lot more than 45,000 feet. That guy, they're splitting groups for some reason, but fine, do whatever you want to do. Rafales, some of them splitting groups, some of them staying together. Probably about an equal number of missiles out on each side. First meteor slightly ahead of the PL-15s. PL-15, 60,000 feet, 4 times the speed of sound. Meteors coming out from this group here now. Meteors coming out from this guy here. J-15's defending, strangely for some reason. Oh, and they're firing now. Oh, okay, here we go. Trying to work out what the deuce I'm supposed to watch here. Everything's worked, which is nice. No one's doing anything weird. Apart from that guy. No, seems to be fighting. First meteors coming in. Batch of meteors from Rafales on flight 4 flankers. I'm making no obvious effort to defend. Maximum target fixation. No, they're 100% defending. Missile out. Unevaded. And no effect. Oh, lots of effect. Missile chasing. Whatever happened there. Oh, Jesus. First blood goes to the Rafales. That guy being chased. PL-15's going in. First blood on the Chinese side. Rafale toast. 2 Rafales down. 3 flankers down. Need a scoreboard right now. Another flanker down. Invasion failed. Another flanker down. Multiple Rafales down. Duped by chaff and flare. Lots of flankers down. Lost down on both sides. Missiles have a high kill ability. These guys have avoided without being shot at. They've not been shot at, so well done. Meteor's coming in to smash these guys here. It's going to be an easy kill. Possibly re-evaded. A couple of PL-15s jumping down on these Rafales down here. Big group of Rafales smashed. Big group of Rafales smashed. I think China's going to win this, you know. I'm not looking forward to. No, China's down there. We have a fresh group of Rafales just smashed. Didn't try and evade. I'm going to double check their free fire. They are. I've done everything I can for them. Meteor tracking J-15 pair down here. Could we get a double kill? Single kill. Meteor chasing this dude down here. All the southern Rafales are destroyed. That guy's getting hit there. Meteor's chasing this guy down here. Evaded. What about this guy? This guy's being chased. Meteor running out of speed, 600 knots. Still going to catch him, question mark? No, self-detonated, but we're getting him from the front anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now it looks like the Rafales are doing better. Good kill. Right, let's try and ascertain what's going on. Almost all flankers to... Okay, we've not done too badly there. In fact, I can just look up here, can't I? Huge win. All right. We've still got missiles in the air, so maybe I shouldn't celebrate yet. Speed that up a little bit to save your time. One Rafale down. This guy down here, that's been jammed. God, he went to freaking space, that guy. Where is he? Gotcha. Rafale down. Still more PL-15s. They track on their own, obviously, even once the aircraft is shot down. Rafale down. Slow the timer down. Another Rafale being hunted. Flanker down. Last flanker down. Sure, I haven't been showing close-up views. It's just so noisy. It's just a little bit noisy. So, there is a close-up dying flanker. Here is a close-up Rafale. Running away from a missile, but that missile's coming down from space. Likely going to catch him up. There he is. Good evaded. Beat kinematically. Okay, so we survived in the end with 2, 3, and 1. That's not bad. Why did they win? Well, I haven't got the foggiest, I'll be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is just move them into a holding position here for now, because there's no more fighting to do for the moment. 37,000 feet. I need to start mobilising the anti-shippers now. So if we focus on our anti-shippers here, we have, let me remind myself, 5 flights, total 18. In fact, the best thing to do is probably draw, if I zoom right out, some guidance circles for myself. Let's say lethal range of Charles de Gaulle carrier group is 100 miles, check. Lethal range of Chinese carrier group is 100 miles, check. So let's say the blue anti-shippers want to form up there to keep themselves safe from the missiles. Let's say the Chinese anti-shippers want to form up there, maybe a little further away to keep themselves anti. I'm just trying to literally plot this for the first time, viewers, and then we'll worry about the air-to-air as we go. So let's check out our anti-shippers. I guess we have a range of about 100 miles, so let's double check that. Where is it? AM39 we have. 35 miles. That can't be right. AM39, 35 miles in 2025? Really? Is that a bug, viewers, or is that right? 35 miles for the anti-ship missiles. What the bloody hell am I going to do with that then? Okay, so I need to find a way of somehow making these effective. Well, my best idea is probably... I don't know, actually. It's going to be a low-level attack and get super close. As simple as that, isn't it? All right, well, let's get them low. I'm pausing. Low. Go there and loiter. Cruise. All right, we've got our anti-shippers heading to that area there. They're all low. They've got enough fuel just, although that is slightly touch and go, but I don't know why they've got their afterburners on, but I've told them to cruise, so I'm sure they will do it right. Then to remind myself the Chinese I had to put in one group, because it's the only way I can get it to work. And there's a certain leader, and I've got to go and find him now, which is going to be really hard. What did I call him, or what was he called? I think it was 9.5. I'm pretty sure he was 9.5. Right, so what do I want to do with him? I want to move him. These guys, let me check their missile. The missile is a YJ-83, range 156 miles, so plenty of range on this one. So these guys can afford they don't have to get close, basically. They can fire from far away. So in that case, probably up to high altitude, cruise speed, up to there, then probably there, right? Okay, fuel of them is much more than the Rafale, so that's good. We can speed up now. We are at 1000 hours, 20 minutes, 10:20. And it's starting to get dark, interestingly. Or is it? Was that my eyes? Maybe. Right, so have a quick look at the model. Right, now, in terms of air-to-air, as I said, these guys can now be used to intercept the anti-ship, which I will do when I decide it's time to... Alright, so they've reached their steer point here. So at this point, I'm going to allow the blue air-to-air to go and intercept. So I don't want to go over the hostile carrier group, obviously, so let's put it roughly there. Let's do that, speed up. Oh, they've got very depleted missiles. They've got very few meteors, look. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? But they haven't got time to go in RTB, I suppose, so it's probably the best way of doing it still, viewers. Well, at this point, I suspect what I'm going to do is set this guy weapons free. Is he going to attack? Well, that's fine. He will do when he can. And the Chinese are going to have to defend themselves because they realise what's happening, so they're going to have to send in a detachment, probably a flight of guys. So let's sacrifice some guys. I'm a guy. Oh, why are they low down? Sweet, they all ignored my orders for altitude. I don't think it's going to make much difference. So be it. You guys, remove yourself from the formation and go that way and defend yourself from these guys here. 37,000 feet. It's free. Right, so what I've done there is I've removed 4 guys from the bomber formation. It's getting dark, isn't it? To attack the guys, the Rafales that survived. The Rafales are all on free fire, so they will free fire when they can shoot at stuff. The flankers are on free fire, so they will free fire when they shoot at stuff. Shit. Rafale just ran out of fuel and is going home. Shit. And he's got meteors. He's got meteors as well. I don't know what to do about that. They didn't have time to RTB, so it is what it is. Take fuel tanks next time, question mark. These guys are now fully attacking, but he's got no meteors. He's only got the freaking mica, so that's not going to do a very good job. Romanian meteors, I think that is coming out. Now, the anti-shippers don't have the PL-15. They don't have the PL-15 because they're anti-shippers. They have the PL-12 at best. I may have to dispatch some more flankers. We'll see. Double check they're fighting, and they are. Meteor missiles coming out. Are they fired efficiently? I don't know. Let's see how many meteors otherwise we've got. No more meteors. One more meteor. 2 more meteors. Plenty of meteors to go around. Are these guys even going to get in PL range? Probably not before they're already dead. Well, that's how the game works. That's why you need to win the air-to-air battle, I suppose, right, guys? Because otherwise you've got to sacrifice your anti-shippers to defend yourself. Meteors raining in. That's going to be a kill. Never even got to fire. More meteors raining in. More meteors being fired. Every meteor has been fired now. I need to think about detaching some more guys. I'm sending this guy out. Rest of the bombers will keep being anti-shippers. Okay, dead flanker. PL-12 did go out. Will it be effective? I don't know. Still, how many? Still 4 Rafales to deal with. And all the legacy meteors coming out still. One more flanker coming. There's a bunch more going in. They might need it, to be honest. Rafale did not evade, question mark. Rafale down. This guy's about to be down. This guy's still hunting. Mika's coming out now. That guy's going to be hit. Yep, they need more anti-shippers. Last meteor of the game coming out. We need more anti-shippers in there. The whole bunch of anti-shippers are now going in. And I'm not sure they've really got any choice but to do that. This guy's still fighting. It's now PL-12 versus Mica missile. Still a meteor. Where the hell is that going? It's going for that guy there. He's going to get taken out. Oh dear. Anti-shippers are all using all their fuel up. I'm going to start turning some of these guys around. Right, I've turned them back. I'm allowing some to go and fight. Meteor about to strike this guy from super duper long range. That flank is still going. Having a miserable time dogfighting this guy and that guy. Mika out. It's going to be a dead flanker. These guys still rushing in to engage. Anti-ship is doing anti-ship again. 2 Rafales still going to still have fuel amazingly, and a couple of Mikas. Fight is still on. I need to think about sending these guys in for their attack now, though, because they're going to run out of fuel. They're going to run out of fuel right now, pretty much. I need to send them in. A lot is going to happen at once here, viewers, so we'll just have to do it. So, you're going to go as low as you can. That's 200 feet. And you're going to go that way. In they go. Right, this guy's got back to base. landing. These guys are attacking, defending these guys. Make sure their weapons free. They will be now. PL-12's out. Right, it's all hotting up now. We are... Oh, Jesus, nearly 1,100 hours. Rafale attack is happening. Air to air still happening. PL-12 against Rafale. Rafale possibly about to be hit. Mika. Radar variant. Appears to have missed. PL-12. One air-to-air Rafale left. But he's about to take this guy down. It's a miss. PL-12 going in. For the last Rafale. He's going to die in a sunset glory, blaze of glory. Whoa. Well, jolly exciting. So, did the 5 or 6 Rafales that survived the initial air-to-air battle have any effect on the battle? Yes, because they wiped a whole load of anti-shippers out and stalled a few more. So they did a great job. So the system appears to work. These guys joining formation while being chased by missiles. I can speed time up. I don't suppose anything's going to happen for the time being. We are nearly 1,100 hours in. Once the Reds are in position, they can fire. I can let them fire. Not going to run out of fuel, are they? They might run out of fuel. Pause. There's a small chance here that they've run out of fuel because of all the dancing and jiggery-pokery they've been doing. So what I should do, just to make sure we don't get any problems, is get them to fire their missiles now. Because of all the action that's been going on, they've been turning and burning and ruining their fuel. So I better ask them to fire now. Stand by, let me, as I try and figure out how to do that. Okay, I think I've done that. I've issued them all orders to fire all of their missiles at the hostile carrier. Let's see what happens. Okay, it appears to work. That's good. Now here's a problem. They've all decided to go. I've just noticed this. Why have they run out of fuel? Because they've all decided to go full afterburner. I haven't asked them to do that at any point. That's unfortunately a Chinese thing. I don't know what to do about that. We try and start slowing them down. Try and find their leader. Their leader is there. You, just do something sensible. Just for once, do something sensible. Coming down on the speed. Sort of working so far, question mark. What's he doing? He's base burning of fuel. God damn it, they've all run out of fuel. We've hit the limits of sea power again, I guess, viewers. They wanted to fight the rest of their journey on maximum afterburner. They're still doing it. They're still going maximum afterburner. I can't stop them. I've asked them not to. I can try doing them one by one. The game is great for ships. It is possibly the worst game I've ever played for aeroplanes, which makes it a problem, but come on guys, fire the damn missiles. Okay, it says they're firing. Gotta go and check on these guys up here. Oh, there's a guy there, I didn't even see him. What's he doing? No, he's coming back. Right, these guys. Oh my god, what's going on here? Oh, that's interesting. Finally, they've shot some anti-ship missiles from their cruisers. I don't think that's going to be very important today. HHQ-9 defensive missiles against these guys, which are 89 nautical miles away. A lot happening right now. They're going to fire the missiles at what? Engaging surface contact. What's the range of their missiles? They should be in range to fire. I can't ask them to do any better than that. I've asked them all to fire. Weapons free. They would fire even if they could at the moment, to be honest. Okay, see what happens. He's out of fuel. They're all going to run out of fuel. Engaging surface contact. 7207 with YG-83. It should all be working. Rafale's going in. I'm now going to ask all of the Rafales to do their attack. So, Rafale, use your meteors on that. They will do what they need to do to attack now, but unfortunately, missiles are going to be flummoxing down on them. Let's check the Chinese and see if they are bothering to fire. No, not bothering to fire yet. I wonder what it is that won't let them fire. They will fire. Look, some have fired. It's their parameters. They haven't got parameters. They're playing so stupid. No, okay. Alright, I guess I'm just going to leave them to it. I guess they know better than me, right? Chinese are now firing anti-shipping missiles. How many? I don't know. HHQ-9s need to concentrate on this battle right now. I suspect probably the Rafales are going to be just shot down. These missiles are coming out of the cruisers, obviously. We are now 1,100 hours pretty much, and it's night time where we are. Rafale down. Missed. One Rafale down. Reacquired. Rafale down. Rafales aren't going to make it. Well, that's what happens if you give a armed force in 2025 a missile with a range of 30 miles. Obviously, they're going to die. No idea what that's going. Straight down. Yeah. They didn't get anywhere near, did they? Let's check the distance. 70 miles to go. We've got 70 miles to go. It's just not going to happen. Check the Chinese. What's going on down here? Yes, they've all fired their missiles. It did work. Praise to the friggin' Lord. Even that guy got his missiles off. That one didn't. That one did. Okay, so all but 3 of these guys got their missiles off, and then the ones that got shot down. So that's the best we're going to get out of them. Lots more anti-ship missiles coming from here. Don't know why we've only seen these come out now, but whatever. Rafales, yeah, they've all been wiped out. Yeah, it's pretty simple, they've all been wiped out. Well, I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do, viewers. I can shoot from 35 miles away, but I'm going to get shot at 70 miles away. So, yeah. I guess we watch the Chinese attack. Oh, we've got Asters out now against the initial YJ-83s. These guys are ahead because they were shot out of formation. They were shot by these guys out of formation. Everyone's heading back now. All out of fuel. More Asters going up on the horizons. Now, they only carry 32 and 16 Asters each. So, there is a limit to how they fire. But is it enough? Is it enough? Or did the Chinese fire enough missiles? Checking these guys again. 1 single Rafale left. 2 left. Go on, boys. Boom. Boom. French have failed. Buy yourself some friggin' Larazums. They've still got 1 Rafale in their base, haven't they, that's landed. I'm not sure I can do anything with it, though. See if I can scramble him quick. Rafale! Get out! He's rearming. 20 minutes to rearm. God damn it. Interceptions! Interceptions! Alright. 1 got through, but they're intercepting. So it looks like the French may just have enough missiles to defend this. Interceptions, interceptions. 1 got through again. Check their ammo supplies. This guy's halfway, more than halfway through his Aster supply. They're firing at the main bulk now. Here we go, here we go. Oh, could it be a draw? What happens if we get a draw? I guess we just get a draw, right? Aster interception. Missed. Oh dear. They're not infallible, and they're trying to track a very small, fast, low target. So look at all these missiles come out. That's amazing. This guy is out of long-range Asters. 1 left. This guy is out of long-range Asters. 4 left. This guy is halfway through his Aster supply. Ooh. It's getting a little bit uncomfy for my liking. Missed again. No, it hit it, it hit it, it hit it. This one's got through, though. They need to take that out with an Aster 15. Chop, bloody chop. Hits. Good hits. 1 got through. Jesus, a lot of Asters coming out. Double check. Where is the ships? All long-range Asters gone. 1 Aster left. 10 Asters left. They've still got their SHORAD left, though. Okay, here we go. Let's watch from here. Done. Well done, well done, well done, well done. It just shows if the Chinese had had all of their anti-shippers firing, they might have made it through. They're not gonna, but they might have made it through. Shows how important it was that they won the air battle, right? Because not only did they kill a bunch of anti-shippers, but they also wasted the fuel of the others, which meant some didn't even get to fire. Still 1 left. Could they get a lucky one through? Asters depleted. Asters depleted. 5 Asters left. Done. That's it. Game over. Well, that's it, viewers. That was my plan. And it kind of... Oh, there's a whole bunch more. And yes, these are coming in. Right. Well, I guess we better see it to the end, right? What I'm going to do at this point, viewers, is because I don't... These flankers technically could go home and take off again, but that's, you know, that's an endless video. I don't think we're going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll forward to these missiles coming in, and we'll see what effect that has, and then that will be the end of the game rules. Missiles are 80 miles away, not long before the Asters start going, or what ones we've got left, which is basically none. There they go. So that guy's fired his last Asters off. In they go. Now, how good are these missiles? Let's see. 104 feet. They look a lot easier to intercept, and they're slower, and they're probably bigger. So, I suggest we're going to stand a better chance of defeating them. It's now fully nightlit. Boom. Interceptions, 100% PK. That's great news. Right, that is all of our long range. We've only got SHORAD now, 15 per ship, range 35 miles, so we can skip forward to that, I guess. Alright, out come the SHORAD Asters. It's getting a little touch and go, isn't it, viewers? It's getting a little bit touch and go. Shot. This guy's 14 Asters. This guy's 8 Asters. Good shooting. Right, here comes the lion's share. You are depleted. You are depleted. You are depleted. They are now superfluous horizons. Yes, they've got exocets on them, by the way, but they don't have the range. In fact, how the hell did the Chinese have the range of 300 miles? They've got 300. These have 300-mile missiles. Wow. What's going to happen now? It's a little bit pucker factor. That's probably enough. That's probably just enough. That is enough. Ah, there we go. We have a draw, viewers. We have a draw. Yes, in theory, the J-15s could go and rearm and redo it, but that, again, that's an endless battle. I don't want to run that. So, in the rules that we care about, what do we have there? Air-to-air started. Rafales won by a little bit. 5, I think, were remaining. They stood afterwards. Then the anti-ship happened. The Rafales got in position just in their fuel zone, but they had to close within 30 miles. They tried to close to 30 miles, and even at the lowest I could set them 200 feet, they were sniped pretty easily. Then the Chinese anti-shippers got into position. They were intercepted by the remaining 5 Rafales that did great damage, probably at least 5 anti-shippers down, and critically wasted the fuel of enough more that enough missiles couldn't be fired in the end attack that they could be defended against, and therefore the Chinese attack failed. That's the new method. Let me know your thoughts about it. I quite enjoy it. It's something very different, and it's also dynamic. It's not easy. I've had to do a lot of messing around, but it's fully dynamic, so we can affect the outcome within the rules that we set. Are you happy about those rules? Do you want those rules to change? What battle should we do next? The great thing about Sea Power is we've got infinite vessels out there, infinite carrier groups. We can just do whatever we want. They're super cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and bye-bye.